Hi mamas, welcome back to another mommy moment. Our theme for the month is acceptance. So if you didn't watch last month, you can scroll up to that video where I talked about how we can accept ourselves, our season of life, and accept the way things are rather than try to make them the way we want them to be. So today I want to share with you how we can help our children accept things about their lives. And really the thing that we love about accepting others is that we first have had to accept ourselves. So when we accept ourselves, we're much more likely to accept others' opinions, even if they differ from our own. So when we're talking about how we can teach our children acceptance, one of the places I like to start is how they can accept their bodies just as their bodies are. And again, helping them accept their bodies means we have to accept our own bodies. So what words do you say to yourself, both internally and externally, when you look in the mirror? Do you tell yourself things like, oh man, I need to lose those extra 5 pounds, or look at all these wrinkles, or man, I wish my hair was different? What kind of things do you say to yourselves? And really, even if you're not saying them outwardly, if you're saying them inwardly, if you're saying things to yourself about ways that you should be different, about ways you don't accept the way you already are, your kids hear it. Again, even if you don't say it out loud, they hear these things. They're so intuitive, and they really know if you don't accept yourself. And how can they accept themselves if we as their mothers don't accept our bodies the way our bodies are? Now again, like I said last week, it doesn't mean we don't change. It doesn't mean we don't make efforts to go to the gym, or eat healthy, or take care of our skin with our, evening skincare routine, or we don't, ask for a stylish haircut when we go to the salon. But when we're constantly berating ourselves inside our own heads, constantly not accepting the way we are, that self-hate gets transferred to our kids. So my first suggestion, if you want your kids to love themselves and accept themselves, we need to accept ourselves. And then we can talk to our kids about ways that they can embrace their bodies, embrace the way their minds work. And this really enhances their self-worth, which is a healthy way to also enhance their self-acceptance. I also love to work with my kids on accepting variety. So this includes variety of food, variety of colors on the plate or on the palette if we're painting, and a variety of types of people, a variety of types of adventures. So sometimes we have home adventures, sometimes we have out of the house adventures or travel adventures, differences in gender and marital status, right? There are many differences out there. And can we accept them all? It doesn't mean we have to choose them all for ourselves. But when we accept that there are multiple ways of being a human being, then we can explain to our children that accepting all of the ways means we have an open heart. Again, it doesn't mean we choose all the ways for ourselves or go outside our own family values. But when we acknowledge that there isn't just one right way, that everyone has the opportunity to be themselves as their full, authentic body and mind and heart want to show up, it gives your child permission to show up in their full beauty, even if that means they're different than you, or different from a sibling, or different from a friend. When they see that you value variety and accept all types of people, then it gives them permission to accept themselves exactly as they are, not having to be a cookie cutter and be, perfect. So Accepting ourselves as we are also includes finding common ground. So accepting that we are actually more similar than we might think. So yes, we may have different views. Yes, political views or family values or religious beliefs. But how are we all the same? What do we all want to accept into our lives? We all want love and connection, right? We all want to feel significant to the people around us. We all want to feel the security of knowing what is going to happen next. And we all want excitement and joy and pleasure. So these things are universal. And when we can accept that we want this for ourselves, we want to be unconditionally loved, and this person over here also wants to be unconditionally loved. We realize that we are more alike than we are different, and this helps us to feel like that acceptance is more accessible. It helps us connect more to one another because we all want that acceptance. So again, when we give it to ourselves, our children are more likely to give it to themselves, and then they are also more likely to give it to someone else. One of my favorite teaching tools is Byron Katie's The Work. So I use it often with my clients, but I also use it with my kids. So if you don't know The Work, you can check it out. You can just Google Byron Katie. It's BYRON Katie. And she talks about these 4 questions. So she says, first, judge your neighbor, write it down, ask these 4 questions, and then turn it around. So I just want to share how I use the 4 questions with my children when it comes to self-acceptance. So recently, my daughter Grace came home from school. She's 7 years old, and she says, "Mommy, no one at school likes me." And my heart goes out to her, and instantly I want to tell her, of course people like you. Maya likes you, Freddie likes you, this person likes you, that person likes you. How could anyone not like you? Come on, how could you think that? But that's not listening to her. That's not accepting her feelings as they're showing up in this moment. So the work invites us to ask, is it true? So I ask Grace, is it true that no one at school likes you? And she'll say, yes, Mommy, no one likes me. And I say, is that really true? Is it true that no one likes you? And she'll say, well, I guess not no one, but not that many people. And I say, that must feel terrible. Feel terrible to feel like not that many people like you at school. What do you think we could do about that? Is there anything that we can do to help you feel better? And she'd say, Mommy, I don't know. I just don't think people like me. And I'll say, well, let's think of one person who likes you. How about your teacher? Does your teacher like you? And we'll go through her class and we'll find people who do indeed like her. So she'll begin to switch the thought. So you'll notice I'm acknowledging her feelings. I'm accepting them, but I'm also inviting her to change her mindset, which when we work with the mind, when we work with accepting the mind first, and then warmly and lovingly invite it to turn that thinking around, then our emotions follow the mind. And often the body also follows the mind. So after really accepting the way she is, we get to this place of, oh, you know what? People really do like me at school, a lot more people than I gave myself credit for. It gives her an opportunity to find that self-acceptance. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please leave a comment. And again, as always, I'm here for you if you want more support on this. And you can find me at mom-me-circle.com. So I'll look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, mamas.